We work on complex issues, right? Not too many people know how to lead and manage in complexity. Somebody's got to do it. And by the way, it's probably our role, right, as backbone organizations. We've gotten 60 leaders of backbone organizations from around the country together in Cincinnati for what we think is probably the first of its kind in terms of a workshop that we're calling Champions for Change around how backbone leaders can become more effective in their communities.
One of the burning questions that came up again and again was this idea of how do you measure success? It's something that's never happened before. And the energy in the room from these backbone organizations, who are real champions for change, is incredible.
It became very apparent to us that the unique individuals and leaders who are the leaders in backbone organizations really don't have a natural affinity group. There aren't many other organizations like them in their communities, and we thought they really need to learn from each other. For that reason, we brought people together to really participate in a conversation and understanding of how they do their work and how they can do it better. We have a whole bunch of interacting events coming together that we can't predict. And that's complexity. And that's what we're faced with. It's what all of you are faced with in the room. Whether or not you're involved with economic development, workforce development, the environment, education, poverty reduction. These are all complex problems. It's absolutely critical that you have a separate organization whose sole purpose is the alignment and coordination of everybody else.
And they play a whole range of roles, from really helping to frame the larger vision for the effort, to helping the different players to get to shared measures and shared measurement practices that allow them to learn together.
What are some of the actions? For the first time ever, we are bringing real rigor to this idea. The kind of training that we're having here today, it's not so much about what the experts know and what the learners need to know. We're bringing an advanced group of backbone leaders together, and we're trying to harvest what we know together. And so in that process, we're able to stimulate and test ideas.
This is still an emerging area. These are, in many instances, fairly new organizations doing extremely complex work. And what we'd like is really to get people's collective thinking about what will be most helpful for these organizations so that they can be more effective and impactful in their work.
Because we're all, again, dealing with different challenges and issues, but the kind of skills that are needed, the kind of approaches that we take, the challenges that we're facing are all common. And being able to not only recognize that the challenges that we're facing ourselves are shared, so validating our experience is important, but also helping us learn from others is tremendously valuable as well.
We're also getting a chance to exchange some of our newer thinking about what are, for instance, other characteristics of collective impact organizations, and to share conceptual thinking that we're working with, to share examples of how we've dealt with difficult partnerships, to share all sorts of lessons that help us move forward, we hope, faster and better as a body.
What I was actually most excited about is how our coalition can actually have a chance to impact a tiny, tiny bit on the national scene, and not only in substance abuse prevention, but in all kinds of social change.
We really do want this to be a collective effort where we're learning from others, others are learning from us, and we all get smarter collectively together at the same time.
I wanted it to be an opportunity for us to sort of share and brainstorm among ourselves. And it really has become that forum for us, which is great. And I think it'll be a platform for more meaningful conversation around our work together when we get home.